everyone, I'm Irene, CEO of Arafmi. You're receiving this email because you're either an employee or a volunteer of Arafmi. It's Friday the 8th of January 2021 and Queensland Government have implemented new lockdown restrictions from 6 p.m. tonight. Those restrictions are due to last until 6 p.m. on Monday the 11th of January 2021. Those restrictions have meant that Arafmi have had to implement some changes to our service delivery. Now, we're going to implement these changes effective immediately, but we're going to keep the implementation of these on till Wednesday, the 13th of January. We're keeping those restrictions on for an extra couple of days, just to allow us a bit of a buffer of looking to see what's going to happen over the next couple of days, see if there's any changes in government restrictions, and to just give our clients and staff a bit of consistency over the next 5-day period. So although the Queensland health restrictions are to the 11th of January, we are going to keep them implemented until the 13th. So there's a few main changes to service provision. So first of all employees it's now going to be mandatory for you to wear a mask whilst you're on shift. Now, I know that's a bit of a stress for people and it's not the most ideal scenario, but we really appreciate your support with this. So it's mandatory for absolutely every employee, even the employees in Toowoomba who aren't covered by the rest of the restrictions due to the area that they're in. So just to reinforce, every single employee should be wearing a mask whilst on shift. We will review this on Monday with the view of giving you more information on Wednesday the 13th. We are cancelling all non-essential shifts until Wednesday the 13th. So that might mean cancelling services for people who are working on goals or are doing things that don't involve essential care. And again, this is a tough decision we had to make, but that was about making sure that as little people are out in the public as possible. We are also cancelling some of our incoming short-term accommodation stays, and that's just until Wednesday the 13th until we can see how big the new COVID strain impact has been on the Brisbane area. So there are a few government restrictions in place, and those are all included in the email that's sent with this video. And I'm going to urge all employees to look through the email with detail and take some time looking at it. As with 2020, I know that COVID was a particularly stressful time for our employees, and that some people had some worries about finances or worries on their well-being. I just want to reassure you that our messaging and our support hasn't changed from last year. You are very, very important to us, and if you are experiencing any kind of levels of distress in financial or your well-being, please contact your line manager and we'll have a one-on-one chat about how best to support you. In the email that this video is attached to, the line manager that you should contact clearly outlined. Employees who can work from home are going to be working from home, so most of our overhead staff and support coordination, they'll all be working from home until Wednesday the 13th. And unfortunately, we can't do that with support workers because of the essential supports that you provide. And I thank you for your patience and your understanding that we do need you to be on the front line to provide those essential services. So if I can urge you all to look at the email as best you can, we do have EAP details on the email if anybody does need support. Again, please contact us directly, either your line manager or contact me directly if you need to talk about anything. We do want to make sure and reassure you that we've got your very best interests at heart and we will not leave anybody behind. So if you are struggling with anything to do with this particular period of lockdown, please let us know and we'll work with you one-on-one to try and find a good solution. Thank you for all of your support. 2020 was an incredibly challenging year, but one that brought Arafmi together as a whole team. And I'm sorry that you're having to go through this again, but I'm hoping over the next few days we can pull together in the same way we did last year, just to give good quality services to our clients and carers and support to each other during this tough time. Final thing is we've got a staff Q&A. That's on Tuesday, the 12th of January at 6 p.m. We'll be there to answer all of your questions, particularly COVID related, but also around the transition and slight NDIS restructure that we're having. So I could urge as many of you to attend that as possible, and we'll go through everything we need to then. So until then, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and thank you again to everybody who's offered, willing and able to do shifts over this period. And thank you for your understanding of us having to reduce some shifts. Really, really appreciate you being a part of the Arafmi family, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday. Take care.